I get down on one knee and I'm like, anybody else?
I accept.
Okay.
No! Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Ah!
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 14 of Bards and Nobles, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast, where we drown our sorrows in the bottom of a dice bag. I'm Brian the Dungeon Master, and tonight I am joined by...
Aaron Williams. I'll be playing Baron von Beauregard VI, the Human Ranger.
Blake Takashigani. I will be playing Kibe Harrison, the Batman Samurai.
Charles Nelson playing Max Stormblade, the Human Paladin.
And this is Anthony Boyd, and I'll be playing Gritz Grindell, the half-drow rogue / bard.
Trey O'Neill playing Flint McShrimpton, the Druid Dwarf.
Andrew Danon playing Elon Musket, the Warforged Gunsmith.
And who's doing the recap tonight? Aaron!
That's
right.
Rolled that massive 5.
So, last couple of episodes, we have arrived where the king sent us. So now we're investigating the missing persons. So we've set out into the droning bog where we recently heard a scream. And there seems to be a large amount of mystery around it. And we are investigating the droning bog at the moment when we were suddenly attacked by all I can say is a ball of vines. And after fighting this creature off, it ran away with its vines between its legs. And we carried off and sally forth further into the bog.
Yep, that's exactly where we're going to pick up. You guys headed east, straight into the bog. What's your marching order? Just so I have a visual.
I am currently on Kibe's back.
Okay.
We are leading the way.
And we are leading the way.
Okay. And then, that's two of you.
And then I'll be behind them.
All right.
I'll be behind Baron.
All right.
And I'll be next.
All right. Then Shrimp looks
I
like
guess I'm bringing
you're
up the rear.
in the rear.
My tiny legs.
All right.
While we're marching, I would like to... I remember that I felt something special with the cape that I picked up from the dude that Kibe anchored to death. I'm going to cast Detect Magic on it while we're walking.
Okay. Is Detect Magic a cantrip or a first level spell? Or
It's a ritual, and it's a first level spell that can be cast as a ritual.
Right.
So-
Right. So are you just going to cast it? Or if you cast it as a ritual, you can't march while doing it. You have to set up shop and then cast the spell. Yeah.
Takes like a minute to cast, I think, right?
I don't know.
I'll just cast it regularly. It's not like I'm using my spell slots for anything else.
Okay. As you're walking, you say the magic words and you are filled with the knowledge of what this cape does.
It's a cape of sexiness. That's all I needed.
Give me a second. I actually
To
do.
allure all the female warforged.
Yeah. Because, there's so many of those.
All right.
Hey, you can make you one.
You can buy 'em
It
from
is
Asia,
known
too.
as the Cape of Vermin.
Gross.
I can eat rats whenever I want.
No,
You can do that anyway.
let's see. The description says the crawling things of the earth, such as insects, snakes, and vermin, are attracted to this item. When placed on the ground, such creatures will scurry towards the item like moths drawn to the flame.
That sounds absolutely useless, but neat.
Enjoy.
I mean, if we're ever starving to death.
That's true.
There you go.
I feel like
Perfect.
everything has a use if you look for it.
That's
Or
also
make
true.
Yeah, whatever.
So while we're walking, I would like to turn to Max and just let him know that I appreciate him charging in there to help Kibe out and everything. That was, I wasn't sure if we were going to get him out of that mess.
Sure, man. No problem. As a sick trip attempt on something that didn't look trippable. And you failed, but you damaged it. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty
I almost knocked those legs out from under it.
Alrighty then.
As you guys are talking, Kibe, you suddenly lurch forward as your foot. Let me see how far. Give me a survival check real quick.
Oh, daggone. I need new dice. 7.
You suddenly lurch forward and drop as your front foot and your back foot a little bit, but mostly your front foot dips almost like just past knee deep. And Grits, being on top of him, you actually drive him down a little bit as the weight, as your weight slams into him, and you guys notice you're standing past knee deep, thigh deep in just a pit of quicksand. Everybody stops, and at this point, you're on top of him, not helping whatsoever, but you're kind of weighing him down into this pit of quicksand. Everyone instantly recognizes it. You're
Can
like, oh,
I
shit, that's quicksand.
ready rope?
Sure. I mean, you guys do whatever you.
Yeah.
I take some rope and I hand it to him, and then I jump off of him to the nearest tree.
All right. You hand him the rope. You jump off of him, and he pushes you further down. Like it's just as he jumps to get to the nearest tree. Give me an athletics check.
For how far
Athletics
you
or
push him?
acrobatics?
Athletics.
Uh-oh.
5. No. Your the sloped chitinous shell of Kibei's shoulders do not provide good footing for you to jump off of. And although you kind of push him down and shove him deeper into the quicksand, you lose your footing in the jump and actually fall next to him.
I hate myself so much.
I would like to
Prone in the quicksand.
Face up or face down?
Face down, ass up.
That's you are like to.
So
I would like to get some rope out of my
Alright.
bag ready.
okay.
And toss it to Kibei and Grits.
All right. Rope is tossed to you.
Grab hold.
I grab hold.
I also grab hold.
All right,
Okay.
men. This is going to take all of us. And
I also grab on.
yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
yeah, we're all just going to start
Pull them out.
pulling them out. Does anybody have any magical abilities that might work?
I can poison spray them.
I'm going to
Distract
use.
them from the horrors of being trapped in quicksand.
I can put them out of their misery.
What happens if I
no.
control water on the quicksand?
I can also
Nope.
activating nearby animals. Those are the two things I can do for you.
Give me a strength save with advantage so everyone's helping you pull. Dun, 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 dun. And the sand sharks show up.
Sand sharks, you said.
So,
Can I see you?
No.
quick question.
Yeah.
You said strength save?
Check.
Oh, dang.
Strength check?
Yeah.
I have disadvantage on that
Ah, shit. Can I cast guidance on him?
because I am
Doing this?
exhausted.
I'm sorry, it was athletics, but yeah.
Can I cast guidance on him while he does this?
What do you?
Okay, so it's just
I have rolled 2 dice. What would you like me to do?
we're gonna disregard them, and then you're just gonna roll the dice as normal.
Okay.
All right. Baron recruits everyone to help him because he knows he can't quite pull on the rope himself.
And this is just athletics?
Athletics.
5.
You guys pull and pull and pull and are unable to pull both Kibei and Grits out of the sand. Just too heavy, and you guys are not quite finding your footing, kind of sinking. At this point, Kibei, you're about it's about up to where your belly button would be on a crab. I don't know if crabs obviously don't have belly buttons, but
Crab belly buttons
It's
are on
there.
their knees.
Yeah.
it's around there.
I may not be able to get both of them at once. We may
Grits,
have to go for
You're just
Grits
slowly
first.
sinking backwards, face up.
All right. I accept this. Shrimp would like to pull his 50-foot rope out and throw it to Grits.
Okay.
Grits
You
already
throw it.
has a rope.
You throw
Yeah, but the person holding the other end of the rope sucks. So I throw a different
We're
rope.
all 4 holding the rope.
Yeah, I noticed this is a losing venture, and I pull out a different rope. Which Kibei is also holding onto my rope, technically.
That's true, because you threw that rope out. No, you had the other end of that rope, didn't you?
I say, guys,
You guys
tie
at
it
this
to a
point just
tree.
being weighed down by the 3 strands of massive tough rope.
I go and grab the rope that
Kibei, it's up to your chest at this
Shrimp
point.
threw out.
Is there anything close to me to grab? Like, that's
Yeah,
not
my
their-
rope.
That's not their rope.
Can I touch solid land?
Nope.
How far did I like jump off the edge?
You should definitely grab Shrimp's rope.
I'll go grab the rope that Grits.
Can you guys tie one of these
threw
ropes
out.
to a tree or something?
Yeah, seriously.
That Shrimp threw out.
No, because he threw a rope out
Both
too when he
Kibe
jumped off.
and
of
Grits give me a
Kibe's
strength
back.
saving throw.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Our indecision is just going to kill everyone.
20.
I mean, we were walking
You were near,
in a
but you were
line.
also near the back, and you guys got in a line to pull the rope.
Okay.
So, no.
No. All right.
What?
20.
11.
11? All right.
One to strength.
Kibe, you're able to maintain calm. Your samurai discipline has allowed you to keep your cool. You're just standing there. You're steadied. The quicksand is about up to your chest. At this point, Grits, you have accepted what's happening. Your hands and feet are sticking out at this point, but like your head has started to slip under the sand.
I always knew this is how I'd die.
Kibe, did he grab your rope yet?
Oh,
I have both ropes in my hands.
He's got like 3 strands of rope.
I start reeling my rope in. Do I still have bardic inspiration from earlier?
How long does it last? An hour?
10 minutes.
No, it's not.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
I start pulling my rope
I'll
in. Then he's-
help Shrimp pull on that rope.
All right, give me an advantage.
Advantage.
Or you have advantage.
Give me advantage.
Oh, thank God.
on what? What kind of check?
Oh, it's an athletics check.
Athletics check.
That would have been bad.
Yeah. 18.
You push Grits
All right,
further into the sand.
you pull Grits up to the surface a little bit, and closer to you, and a good 5 or so feet. You're back up. Your head's up over the sand.
I see
Can
that.
I
say we give it another pull.
I'm just going to try. Can I like wrench him out and throw him to the shore?
Who, Grits?
Yeah, Grits.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Thank you, Kibe. You're my hero. And I inspire him.
What does that do for me?
You can roll a d6 with that.
Oh, you going to the shore, baby.
Going back to the camp.
That's going to be a 19 plus 6.
So 25.
25.
Yeah, between him being pulled out by Shrimp and Elon, and then you heaving him up over your head and tossing him towards the shore, you've cleared the quicksand at this point. But that exertion has kind of wedged you deeper and deeper in. As you're right now, only your eye stalks are up over the sand, and then your pincers.
I would like to.
I go to join the group to help pull him out.
I would like to. Take one of the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
And tie that Kive is holding on to,
Right.
and tie it to a tree, and tell him to start pulling himself.
Okay.
And then join Grits in trying to pull from the other rope, because we have 2.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, but one rope is up there.
One rope is my rope, and one rope is Grits' rope. And I tied mine off.
Shrimp threw a rope to get Grits out.
Yeah, so that rope is gone.
He wasn't holding Grits' rope. He wasn't holding rope because he had to use both his hands to throw a person. I mean, he can hold. He has your rope.
Okay, he has my rope. Okay, well then
the other 2 ropes are disengaged at this point.
Gotcha.
They're out of combat. They're no longer in play.
Too many ropes in the kitchen.
Somebody else take the front.
Too many ropes.
I'll take the front.
All right,
of the rope.
Yeah,
to help
and then
yeah, you will.
Becomes
we're all assisting Max.
Right, Max. Give me an athletics check with advantage.
All right.
Kibe, are you pulling on the rope or are you holding on?
I'm pulling.
But you're within 10
as hard as I can. I thought it was right up to a tree.
Yeah, it is.
That's 11.
Kibe, you pull the tree into the quick. No, you're able to. All of you, as a group effort, are able to slowly drag him out of the quicksand at this point.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
So
sorry about your duds, Grits.
I'm like if someone had dunked Grumpy Cat in like a bucket of water and just pulled him out. That's what I look like right now. I am deeply dissatisfied with my current situation.
but it's just sand. You're covered in sand, so
Like,
like
it's
it brushes
wet.
off.
It's wet and nasty.
damp. It is very it is very moist. You smell kind of like wet dog at this point. Both you and Kibe. It's just you just been almost completely engulfed by this
Next level, I am taking prestidigitation.
muddy. All right.
I mean, I'm probably cleaner than when I went. I mean, I got
That's true. You guys did trudge through the mud and everything.
I'm okay with that.
As you guys continue forward,
More careful where you step.
I wasn't the one stepping.
I was talking to
Maybe
Kiba.
not put twice as much weight on one person.
I get down on one knee and I'm like, anybody else?
I accept.
Okay. I'm now piggyback riding the dwarf,
I have a name.
Mr. Shrimpton.
Thank you.
There you go. As you continue forward, marching, the swamp kind of opens up. The canopy opens up. You see the sun once again, and you notice it's getting close to, say, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. But it's kind of overcast.
Making good time.
And the water just opens up to this decent size lake almost in the middle of this swamp. And to your left, it's a vaguely circular shape. This lake is. The left, it's more shoreline broken up by different tributaries and avenues of water. Straight ahead, far at the center, the very center of the lake, there's what looks to be a stone man-made structure sticking straight out of it. It's almost like the top of a tower, slightly askew, leaning. Just out in the middle of the lake.
Looks like we found the plot.
That would be due east to you. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with at this point.
Is that what you saw, Grits?
I mean, I saw an opening. I was thinking there was something out here, so I mean, I knew there was something out here. I mean, does it look familiar to any of you guys? I mean, does it look familiar like you saw it through like the knife or anything like that?
Yeah, do I not recognize the stone at all?
Give me a perception check.
Let's see.
You're just trying
11.
You're trying to remember what you saw in the reflection of the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot lighter. It's a lot cleaner, mostly because this is obviously seen some sun, but it does look to be the same type of stone.
Okay. Well, guys, I think the owner of the other dagger is here or has been here.
Sweet.
I would like to do an active perception to see if I notice any obvious or inobvious traps or persons lying in wait. That's what I'm looking for, is traps and persons lying in wait.
Give me a perception check.
Natural 1. What do I see?
You don't see any traps.
Oh, actually, that was a disadvantage. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay. So 1.
That was a natural 20, so we'll go with the lower one.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh my god. You definitely don't see any traps. You don't see any people lying in wait. And then you realize you're looking in the wrong direction, and you turn towards the lake, and you don't see any of that either.
Gotcha. I don't tell anybody.
Okay.
I am like everyone's standing around like looking at this. I'm just like
Just dusting yourself off.
cleaning myself off.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized lake. It's and this structure is dead center of it. It's probably
Any rafts nearby?
a good 300 or 400 feet away. You don't see any rafts right now.
I just turn an eye bud around and I say, "What do you think, Master?" As in Master Blaster, not that you're my master.
Oh, okay.
Should we go forward?
I mean, I could turn into something that can swim over there, and we can get over there, like you and me.
That's
but
true.
I don't know about the rest of these guys.
What was the structure thing that we
It was
saw?
like 300 feet away, right?
Mhm.
In the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I can get over there.
Yeah, we can go over there. I'm cool
All
with that.
I'm kind of afraid of what we're going to find over there.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too. Especially.
Can we part water again? You know,
Yeah, how
control
much-
Water?
Not 300 feet worth.
Can you like
He could
move it?
recast it.
Can you
It's a
like?
cantrip, so
Oh, that's true.
We can just walk through this bitch.
exactly.
I'm already dirty. Might as well.
We don't see any rafts.
You do know that control water has its limits, being a cantrip, and a body of water this large is probably not something you could control.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, we don't see any rafts at all?
No.
Do we see any Ralphs?
No.
Yeah.
All right, Kube. We'll go scout it out real quick.
Let's go see what we can find.
He keeps calling him Kube.
Who the heck is Kube?
Can your control
Kubi?
water freeze the water?
Crab cakes.
Cuba
No.
Gooding Jr.
It does not. No.
Kube Gooden Jr.
Yeah, that's what
He has to find a bender from the Northern Water Tribe to learn how to do ice stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been there yet. I was trying to lead you guys that way, actually.
All right, Kobayashi. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. I'm interested to see what you're going to turn into.
I'm going to turn into a giant constrictor snake.
All right.
Sexy.
Yeah. I thought I was going to say I turn into a giant crab. I'm long. I'm strong. I'm about to bring the friction on.
All right, well, I'm going to hop down into the water and try to see any find monsters. Because I'm a little nervous of those right now.
Are you
take the high
attempting to
road.
swim, or are you just attempting to walk across the bottom of this lake?
I mean, how, like, is it pretty deep? Can I tell how deep it is?
Just from looking? No.
No, like, I dip in.
Oh, as you start,
go
no,
in.
but it's a steady. It's a steady decline down as you walk. It
It's
just
pretty
keeps
murky?
going down. Yeah.
Can I just do an active perception check to see what I can see?
Sure.
11.
All right. Your eye stalks flick around. And you just see murky water as far as your eyes can see. And it can just continues to go down and down and
Okay.
down. Looks pretty deep.
Well,
To an earlier round.
do another round. All right, Shrimp, let's try to dash for it.
All right.
Nod.
We do that.
All right.
Nod
You
to the
guys,
snake is-
you guys begin swimming.
Do I speak parcel tongue?
I don't think so.
Do you think about it real hard?
I think about do I speak parcel tongue really hard.
Shrimp, you overhear in your mind, you hear the voice of Kibe asking himself if he speaks parcel tongue. And you wonder to yourself, what is parcel tongue?
I think back to him. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's get over there.
Oh yeah, my bad. Let's go.
As you guys begin making your way over there, just swimming as fast as you can.
Can't catch me. I'm the little snake man.
God damn it.
I assume you guys are swimming like underwater because you don't have to like lap at the surface or anything.
He's not a
How are
dog.
you doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I could swim at 30 feet.
Right, gotcha.
I'm pretty close to
Actually-
the surface. I want to stay
Okay.
close. I don't think I can breathe underwater. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I have like a little bit extra movement in the water.
Yeah, I think yours bumps up to like 35 or 40 or something.
I'm gonna dash.
It goes from 25 to 30.
Okay, 30. Gotcha.
I'm swimming real hard.
Right. You're
I'm keeping pace
Weaving.
with Crabman.
right.
I'm a snake.
Okay.
I'm a snake.
I mean, you guys continue to swim. As you're swimming in the water, you do sense some motion, a little bit of movement off to your right. It's hard to make out in the murky water, but you just see large, dark. I think you can almost make out scales, but it just kind of.
Are they mine?
No, they're not yours.
Ah, shit.
That's the part that begins to alarm you, because even though you are a giant constrictor snake,
Yeah.
it is a body considerably larger than yours, and for a second it just gets within range of you. You don't see a head, you don't see fins or anything. You just see a body just kind of move past you and then just continue on deeper into the water and off and away.
Do the rest
I
of
chase
us
that shit.
notice from the shore?
God damn it.
I chase that shit.
You're trying to see it so you can change into it?
Yeah.
Do the rest of us notice this from the shore, or is
No,
it deeper underwater?
This is happening all
Okay.
underwater.
How big is it? Is it like a large creature?
No.
What's its girth?
It's bigger than a large
Yes.
creature. All right, no, then I swim away from that shit.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna double down dashing
away from.
away towards the island.
Okay. You guys continue on, and that creature's completely gone from your sight at this point. You continue on to the structure, and as you get closer and closer, it sticks out of the water a good 12 or 13 feet. It's like a floor. You can see it's kind of broken down. You can make out the openings of like a window. At this point, it looks like it was part of a tower of some kind. And as you get to it, you see one side is kind of broken down a little bit, but it would still require like climbing up into to get to it, or to get into it. But it's just this whitened, sun bleached stone structure that looks just to be standing by itself in the water.
Do we see any boats or anything like that?
No, you do not.
Okay. I'm going to relay. I'm going to think really hard about the creature we saw in the water and kind of inform the group. I would think twice about swimming.
Okay. You attempt to message the group. You say that in your mind, and Grits, you hear him. But unfortunately, shrimp? I'm sorry, Shrimp, you hear him. Unfortunately, for the rest of you, nothing. It's just a little too far away.
Well, guys, I see no reason why we shouldn't swim in this water.
Making it all the way across, I just wave at him with my tail. And I think about, guys, be real careful about swimming over here.
Gotcha. And the four of you, Baron, Max, Grits, and Elon, you just see Shrimp's snake tail just waving at you.
Kind of like waving us to come to him?
I mean, you've known him at this point longer than I have, so you're more familiar with his mannerisms.
I look at him like, I think he says it's clear to go. It looks like a good to go.
So, like, we should... I don't know if I want to swim in this. We've seen what lives down there.
I can tell you 100% I don't want to swim in this.
Gotcha. So let's look for alternatives.
Is there like a tree we can chop down and like float on a log?
Can I start walking around and seeing like, just walking around the shoreline and see if there's like, if we're just missing like a path that walks directly to it?
Yeah. You walk around the shore. And as you follow it for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, you notice it, both sides, or either side you go down, kind of turns back away from the lake. Then you realize you're on like, not necessarily an island, but it is, on all sides there's waterways running around each.
Okay. So there's no way just to walk up to
right.
it. Is there like a shorter distance between?
At that point, you'd have to like cross streams and then just start walking around the lake.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't care about that then. Yeah. I walk back to the group and it's like, yeah, the only way we can get across there is if we figure out to make a raft and get across. Or if anyone has any like floating magic or flying capabilities.
How far away are we from our old raft?
You guys were only walking for like 40 minutes.
Is there anything near the little island that we're on now? Like, are there any rafts over there?
No. Like you are dead center, and it's just this stone structure, and it looks the same all around the island or all around the lake.
Any old doors?
I look right at Kube, and I think, we're gonna explore this thing.
And I just nod and put my arm out for him to slither up onto.
Okay. What, like, you're gonna do like an Alice Cooper thing?
Oh yeah. All right. It's gonna get real sick.
All right, I get on.
You're like a huge snake. Like,
no, I'm a giant snake.
Yeah.
Oh, is he too big for this?
I feel like
Are giant constrictors, are those large creatures?
What they are huge beasts.
What's your girth?
Yeah, you're way bigger than he is.
Wait, you're classified as huge?
He said I could turn into this. I don't know what to tell you.
It's the CR, yeah.
Yeah.
He does. I do not offer up my claw.
Then
I do a double take. I'm like, good God, you're huge.
As he begins coming out of the water, you realize he's much bigger than you originally assumed.
Yeah.
I think, come on, homeboy.
And I climb onto his back and point towards the broken wall.
Well, time out. Could we ride you across?
Probably.
Are you looking? Yeah, sure, totally. If you wanted to try it, we could try it.
All right, we're trying to find some sort of flotation device to get everybody on.
Yeah, you.
Giant constrictor snakes float.
I guess.
All right, what are you guys doing? All right, so
we scout out the building.
Okay, you climb up into it, and the very top floor, it's just this crumbled ruins of what looks like a very old, very decrepit tower. It's not actually that big. In fact, it barely accommodates you as a giant constrictor snake. And the only discernible features are a set of spiral stairs that begin to lead down on one side of the room. But everything else, like it's mostly rubble, debris, no signs of life or anything.
All right. I think about how I'm going to go get the rest of the group, and I swim back across.
All right. I wave goodbye to you.
So we see him coming back.
Yeah. He, you see him bring Kibe up into the tower, and then he slithers back into the water. And he slithers on over to you.
What did your snake eyes see?
I think about I saw some shit in the water. Big old scaly thing. I don't know what that was. Was it bigger than me?
Did not know you were huge. Slightly.
All right. I wish I'd known that. I would have chased it. Wait, what is the biggest creature I could turn into?
I don't know.
Yours is it's based on CR rating.
Based on okay.
So yeah, you'd have to go through all the different creatures of that CR. I think it's probably huge.
I think you're as big as you can get right now.
What's the biggest thing you've seen?
You're looking at it.
Yeah, like the size of your snake.
I'm like, all right, y'all climb on top of my snake.
I don't think we can all do that at once.
But I'm huge.
Yeah, but I mean, Elon weighs quite a bit, and Max isn't light. He's in full plate.
I'm pretty hefty.
He is full plate.
Yeah.
There's nothing that like could float that's around us. Any flotation?
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
I can attempt to just walk on the floor of the lake.
Oh, you don't breathe, right?
17.
I mean, you find enough driftwood and some stuff, and you guys have the rope. You could probably fashion a raft if you guys wanted to.
Start like slithering around the driftwood, like pulling it down. Like
I could just mend them.
Y'all make something.
I could just use mending and just mend the wood together.
No, it's mending, not welding.
I mean,
wait, what? I don't think you can't weld wood.
You can't glue them together with mend either.
Mending is like a paper tear.
Yeah. It's like
and what is paper made out of?
It's
paper. Technically, driftwood is just broken paper, guys.
That's not true.
Can I start crafting a raft out of all this spare wood?
Why can't we ride on?
I'm looking one at a time.
Okay.
I was just saying that if we all hop on,
it's only a couple 100 feet. It won't take 10 minutes.
But he said there's a giant thing in there.
There's a giant thing in there, and it's not me.
I start making a raft.
I will help you make the raft.
I take. I think the Baron. All right, while they're making the raft, let's ride.
I don't accept.
You're the one talking about let's ride over there.
Grits, give me an intelligence check with advantage because you got some extra hands helping you putting this thing together.
Oh, they're both bad. 6 is the best one.
You got too many hands helping you. Or you guys each have a different idea of how to tie the rope together and how
obviously my idea is the best idea.
I'll let the guy
Indians, not enough chiefs. All right.
I let the guy who built the giant mechanical velociraptor take over. I'm like, all right, come on.
I'll help out, man.
Come on, shrimp. I'll ride you across.
All right.
I grab Flint. We go across.
I would like to jump onto that.
I do not accept.
I guess I will build the raft.
All right.
I'll assist
jump
you.
on.
Thank you, sir.
Give me I don't know. Give me an athletic. Give me a grapple check between the two of you.
I'll let him. All right.
He pretends like he's about to buck you, and then he just eases
I
off.
wasn't gonna force my way on.
You want his consent first?
No means no.
Unless it's an execution. All right. So I take them both across.
The three of you make it across. Just as you make it there, Elon, your mechanically apt brain
Hooray!
allows you to quickly fashion together a raft that can both fit you and Max.
Nice.
I start to swim back to get them on the raft.
Okay. You collect them.
Hooray!
And you're just kind of staying with them and keeping pace, or kind of helping push them along.
I'm pulling the raft or pushing the raft.
I fashion a harness to put around his head.
He's all neck.
Fashion a cannon to mount on his back.
Yes.
Maybe with a little more time, you could have done
Snake cannon.
It's a cannon just shoots a large snake.
Oh man.
As you guys are moving across,
Put that on my to-do list.
from beneath you under the water,
Fucking vines again. Come on.
Oh, goddamn Godzilla.
nothing happens, and then you make it to the sunken tower.
Phew. During all this,
you have. Oh, what's up?
I pulled the dagger out
Okay.
and looked in the reflection to see if I see anything.
Okay. It looks the exact same as last time. It's just the same room, same sconces on the wall, same walls, everything.
Did I notice any like sconces that look familiar in the room I'm in?
No, you don't see any up high. In fact, most of the walls aren't even very complete either.
Gotcha.
But everyone makes it up. At this point, it's getting pretty crammed. The only person not up there is Shrimp, because there's not enough room for the giant snake and everyone in the first floor. On the first floor.
Is there
so
anything to tie the raft to so it doesn't float away?
Sure, yeah. There's some rocky
Can we
outcroppings and some.
Can we just drag it up on the shore?
Yeah,
There's
we
no
can do
shore.
that.
It's just a tower.
Oh.
It sticks up out of the.
Oh.
Well, I'll
How
tie
about
it
I
off.
just
Yeah.
mend the raft to the tower?
Again, no, that works.
Can I check and see if like
Mixed media, yo.
can I see if like there's any thieves can, or if there's any signs of people being here before us recently?
Give me an investigation check.
You discover people built a tower.
Natural 20.
You don't see any thieves' cant. You do see on the one on the north wall that's the most complete of it, there does look to be some writing or some etching in the stone that is a lot fresher than what the rest of the tower appears to be. And it's just a few symbols, but you don't recognize the language or anything like that.
Okay. I tell everyone, I point out to people, it's like, looks like some others have come here. Does it look recent? Like, I mean, it looks like it's more recent than.
Yeah, it looks more recent, and it doesn't look like it's a part of like the architecture or anything like that. It looks like someone wrote it there or something.
Can now that he's pointed it out, can I check to make sure it's not druidic?
Yeah, sure.
Is
You
it
look
druidic?
at it, it's not druidic.
Is it Aquain?
Yes. Is it that one?
It's not.
Oh.
Can I use my Helm of Comprehend Languages to read it, please?
Sure. You touch it, and it's actually not a language. It's actually much closer. It's very much like Thieves' Cant in that it's an encoded, or it's like a cipher
okay.
of some kind.
Like hobo
Interesting.
speak. Like hobo
Similar,
symbols.
yeah.
So I'll relay that to the group.
One symbol that at this point everyone does recognize in the etching, there is a symbol that looks very much like the Circle of the Void symbol that you saw before.
I pointed out.
You pointed out to that thing.
I pointed out.
sees?
Yes.
So this isn't necessarily a language. It looks like an encoded message, but this symbol here definitely reminds me of the void.
Could we decipher this message?
Um,
can you derive the meaning of it, or
My Helm of Comprehend Languages doesn't do that
gotcha?
yet.
Okay. Well,
Do we want to go see what's downstairs? See what the downstairs mix-up is?
let's go see.
Sure.
I'll take point.
I'll
All right.
I'll
pull out
follow
TMC
behind
and
Baron.
charge it up.
Okay. I take point.
I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
And I sally forth.
Okay.
Are you behind the snake?
No, I am not.
No.
Are you still a snake at this point?
Yeah, no, I'm a snake for the next 3 hours.
Okay.
There's no possible way I can end it.
I'm not going to because then I have to waste another spell.
On the top floor, there's not enough room to accommodate you and the others. And as they make their way down into the stairwell, it doesn't look like you'd actually fit into the stairwell itself.
Wow. Harsh.
You want to guard the ramp?
But the rest of the team begins to move down.
I pull out my bullseye lantern and I light my path.
Okay. As you begin to continue down the stairs, it opens up into a room. There's a wall dividing, probably half the diameter or half the circumference of this tower. And your light that you've lit, and then the sunlight from the stairwell behind you are the only light sources in here.
Okay.
It's just there's a door in the middle of the room, and it looks like it's just an empty, dusty, rundown room.
There's just a door?
Yeah, there's one single door.
No furniture?
Nope, not in this room. It's looks like there was a large impact on the ground near the center of the room, just the way the cracks in the stone are. I don't know.
I mentioned
it's hard to tell
Yeah.
if it was age or if that was like something fell or something broke or whatever.
I mentioned that. All right, everybody, be on edge for ambush or cave in.
Do you want me to go ahead and check for traps or anything on that door?
Yeah, I'll let you check the door. Go for it.
I'd like to inspect the door for traps.
Okay, give me an.
Is it with my thieves' tools?
No, that would be to disarm. Investigation.
Okay.
Can I do an insight to see if he's actually checking for traps?
Sure.
He's working with the void this whole time.
It's a 17.
He's led us here.
Okay. You don't see any traps. You do notice on the side of the door there is one thing that does stand out is there's one green vine that's just kind of like running alongside the doorway, but looks like most of it is on the other side of the door. What was your insight check?
10.
You feel pretty confident he's looking. He looks like he's legitimately looking for traps. You see him kind of lingering at the plant life.
Do any of us recognize the vine from earlier?
You haven't noticed it yet.
Okay.
Can I check? Is there like a keyhole?
No, there's not.
There's any separation in the wood or anything like that I could possibly...
Yeah, you can, underneath, you can like peek under.
Yeah, I peek under it and see, like...
All right, it is pitch black. You see within a few feet of the door, looks like there's a bench and then maybe like an old carpet across the room. And then it looks like there's a wall to the right, and it just, past that, it opens up to another room, but you can't see there.
Okay. I tell everyone, like, the door's not trapped. This vine freaks me out. I don't know if it's because there's actually something to it, or if it's just from the, like, shambling mound we fought earlier, or whatever. And I poke the vine with a dart.
All right. You poke it, and nothing happens.
All right. So, do you want me to continue to take point, or do you want to back at point?
I'll let you open the door, and then I'll take point.
All right. I ease the door open.
Okay. As you open the door, it creaks loudly because it doesn't seem like it's been used in a long time. And the door opens up into a room. Within a few feet of the door, there's a bench that runs along a wall. Old carpet runs in the middle of the room, or old rug runs in the middle of the room. Looks like the room opens up to the side. There's a window in the wall. And on the other side, it doesn't look like there's any glass there. On the other side, you see it looks like water. And then in the left of the room, it looks like a round table and like two chairs left standing. One chair is tumped over. That's about it for this room, though. The green vine that was running along the side, you see it. There's one reddish, purplish rose, just kind of like attached there on the vine. And then
I've seen Jumanji. I know what that does.
on the
Right in the neck.
I'm sorry. This rose actually split into two buds. There's like a pair of
Haven't we seen that before?
buds and petals.
We've seen that.
Didn't we see that at the cross?
Yeah.
Is that the same? Do we recognize it?
Yes, yeah. You do recognize this vine and plant now. That it's that one that you recognize. It's the same type of plant.
I chop it off.
Okay. You cut it. You touch it.
I don't touch it. I just take my rapier up and just.
Oh, and then it falls.
Just lop it off.
Oh, you don't touch it. Okay, yeah.
I ain't touching
You cut it and it falls to the ground.
Cool.
Oh.
I was like, I think we're being watched through those flowers.
Those wireless security flowers, bitch.
Baron, do you have any more jars?
It's part of the new green initiative.
Yeah, I have a bottle.
Can we kind of put it in a bottle?
Okay.
I have a bottle.
All right. You scoop it up. Careful not to touch it. Right? Is that what I'm assuming?
Do I know not to touch it?
That's up to you at this point. There's nothing telling you not to touch it. There's nothing telling you to touch it.
I'll touch it then.
All right.
You lose your sight.
You touch it and there's just it doesn't quite glow a little. It's warm for a flower. And you've never seen any flora like this before.
Yeah, I've never seen any warm-blooded flowers.
And it has a nice, it almost has a pleasant velvety feel to the leaf or to the petals. But essentially, nothing happens when you pick it up. It's just it's honestly probably one of the rarest flowers you've ever seen. Like you've seen that one earlier today. But have you ever heard of a double-budded rose, much less two of them?
Yeah, I would definitely put this in my jar.
Okay.
And you said there was a bench, and the room just carried on. There was a window filled with water.
But it had no glass.
No, the window's not filled with water. On the other side of the window.
But there was no glass?
There's no glass.
Well,
that's interesting.
I don't want to stick my claw through it, but I'm also a little afraid of the effect.
I'd say get ready for something. We're not alone here, I don't think.
Agreed. I would like to investigate the room for any trapdoors or like secret compartments or anything like that.
Okay, at this point, dude, you guys have spent enough time just looking around in this room. You don't find any other trapdoors or secret compartments in here.
Okay.
It opens up like there's that other section that you guys haven't explored yet, but that's about it. Shrimp, what are you doing?
I'm waiting at the top.
Yeah.
And I am just thinking really hard. You guys need me down there? Or y'all find anything of interest?
We found some stuff, but we're mainly just looking right now. Just keep your eyes peeled. Do you see any double-budded red roses around you?
I check for double-budded red roses around me.
You don't see any.
I don't see any.
Good.
All right.
Well done.
I'm going to take point to the unexplored area and cast my lantern light upon it.
All right. As you peek around the corner and lean forward with your lantern in front of you, it just opens up to another nondescript room with stairs leading down, spiral stairs leading downward.
I continue down.
Okay.
Well, I make sure everybody is behind me.
I want to examine the vine work and see if I can, like, the main vine that was on the outside of the door, kind of pull. I just want to pull on it and see if like it comes off and feels like a normal vine to me.
Okay. You pull it off, and yeah, it essentially feels like a normal vine. It doesn't feel any different or odd or special in any way.
Get the heebie-jeebies from this place, and I follow everybody else.
Yeah. So be careful, Baron.
I'll be careful.
Roll for careful.
I like to roll to make sure he's actually being careful.
All right.
I keep
Do I perceive
trying to keep in touch with Grits as long as I can.
Okay. Just like
13.
Hey,
sending.
what are you guys
back
doing?
and forth.
We're just exploring some rooms. I'll let you know if we run into any kind of trouble. Keep your eye out. There is. I tell him about the window.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if he wants to, I wouldn't recommend it because there might be the giant thing in the water that will get you. But don't get you. But if he wanted to try, there is a window down here that
you could poke his little snake head through.
You could poke your snake head through.
You can probably just curl up in that room.
Or if we could just see if that water is actually the lake water or if it's somewhere else.
I thought about putting my claw into it, but then I didn't.
Put my dick in
I
it.
got nervous.
All right. I'm going to try to get through the doorway to get down to where they are.
Okay.
Snakes are really good at getting into tight places.
That's true. You begin slithering your head down the stairs.
Yeah.
Rocks kind of shifting out of the way or you're just rubbing against things. And you begin to feel some resistance as the deeper you penetrate, the thicker you begin to.
Really? Yeah.
How many inches have I gone? Because I don't have feet.
Oh my gosh. You're definitely able to poke your head down into this lower room and you see you see a couple of the members through the doorway. And you just kind of snake head down into the room looking around. I don't know. About 48 inches.
All right. 4 feet. Someone do the conversion for me. All right. So I'm like 4 feet in.
Yeah, and then at this point, you're starting to feel a lot of resistance from just the walls.
My girth?
Of the entrance, yeah. Your girth is definitely pushing at the walls.
Quick, causing the butter them up.
I pull out my butter.
Above you guys, you can definitely hear the not creaking, but the strain of the rocks
moaning.
Carrying the weight of
like crumbling noises.
Right.
Do I feel like if I just
close to a
like
wall, guys, it could cave in, and I back up to a wall.
do I feel like if I just am I like at my girthiest part?
You're not quite at the girthiest part yet, but you're getting there.
Yeah. All right. I keep on pushing.
All right. As you push down, you definitely you're stopped as you feel a very distinct crack in the stone.
All right.
It looks like part of the floor, like there's a definite crack, and it begins to smaller pieces of pebbles begin to shake off of you. And you guys all feel like you hear that noise right above you as the stone begins to strain.
I say, guys, I'm stuck.
Except for you, Baron. You're almost
Stuck.
a floor beneath that at this point.
I go back since I was bringing up the rear, and I just come back to the room. I'm like, but why? Why?
I just kind of like I kind of wiggle.
Drop your B shape then.
All right, fine. I turn back into a dwarf.
Okay. You turn back into dwarf. You carry on the stairs. You and Grits are standing there in the empty room. At this point, Baron, you've made it down to the third floor. It opens up, and immediately to your left, once the stairs end, there's another window. Again,
Same story.
Same story. Just water on the outside.
I thought
It looks like. I mean, you assume there's some kind of magical barrier. Like, it only makes sense that this is the lake right outside.
Yeah.
This room is pretty open. There's a couple of pews. It's like there's 3 pews maybe. And although they're all facing one direction, there's no altar, there's no steps, there's no dais or anything. They're just facing another window.
Interesting.
And beneath the window, it looks like there's a stone, not fountain, but there's like almost a stone bowl jutting out from the window.
Like a basin?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I go and investigate upon it.
I think I know what that is.
I mean, you look at it.
Yeah.
and there's water just sitting in there, but not. It's almost too pristine. Like there's almost a sparkle to the water.
Would like to drink it.
It's always a great first action for sparkling water.
It's always the ranger.
Do I perceive him going to drink it?
Yeah, he immediately like begins to cup it with his hands.
I say, Baron, are you sure that this is a wise idea?
The water inches away from your lips, in your hands.
Do it.
No, I'm not.
Do it.
How thirsty are you?
There's
right
a
now?
nice there's a cooling sensation running through your hands at this point from the water.
I was mostly just curious what it tasted like.
Do you drink it?
You guys don't think I should?
I think you should. Do it.
Baron, I feel like that might be a bad idea.
I would like to. Okay, all right. Fair enough. I would like to investigate the water.
Okay.
With your mouth.
I just want to look at the basin to see if there's any clues as to the contents of it, and then consider very deeply more about drinking it.
As you go to pour the water back in, you almost internally you kind of struggle with it. It feels really good in your hands. Like there's like almost a soothing sensation, like having like a burn of some kind and then putting aloe on it. That's what it feels like on your hands.
But it makes me want to drink it even more.
But you dump it back into the bowl. You look into the bowl, and again, it looks pristine. There's no smell to it, but it's like the difference of it's like fresh mountain water.
Baron, I can do detect magic on it and see if there's any magical properties. If you're worried about that,
that would be wise. Yeah, let's do that, and then if that report comes back clean, I'm gonna drink it.
I do detect magic as a ritual on the water.
Okay. You begin
what's
casting detect magic.
In the 10 minutes
at this
it takes
point,
him to do this, do we catch it to the group?
Yeah, you guys have caught up at this point. You've entered into this uncommon temple almost, but it's like again, there's no
iconology or anything
right,
around.
right.
I feel like this is like a temple to like whatever's living in the lake.
You do sense not just a trace, a pretty strong aura of magic from the water itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like, or not feels like, you're able to discern that is divination magic.
Ooh. Interesting. I relay this information to the group. The water seems to be a very concentrated source of divination magic. What specifically it is, I do not know.
You think I should drink it?
So you should be okay to drink it.
Okay, I drink it.
It shouldn't kill you.
Based on that recommendation alone, I risk my life.
I prepare spare the die. I don't have it, but
as soon as he gives you the go ahead, you scoop it up, take a deep drink, and you look up, Baron, and you find yourself no longer in this tower.
Oh shit!
You find yourself in an open field. It's day. You notice you're not in Gardoon, but the surrounding area definitely looks like plains that are near Gardoon.
Yeah.
You feel very much at home. You feel very much at peace. You realize you're looking down your rifle. You're looking down Amelia. In your sights, you see a massive beast. And it's a creature that you've never been able to kill before. It's an extremely rare beast.
He's escaped my grasp.
It has. In fact, you know that killing this creature would be a huge deal for your family, because I don't think anyone's ever slain one of these before. And you breathe out and you pull the trigger. Everyone else, as soon as Baron sips, his eyes close and he falls backwards, unconscious.
That seemed like a huge mistake.
He just, I mean, he doesn't seem like anything's wrong with him. As you, I mean, does anyone inspect him?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely check him for like breathing and pulse.
Okay, I mean, his breathing seems slightly normal, or not slightly normal. It seems normal. His eyes, you go to open his eyelids, they're rolled back in his head. He looks like he's in a very deep, almost trance-like state, and there's almost like a smile on his face.
He's fine.
I'm having a wet dream, bro.
Yeah, I'll let him in. No,
that's where we're gonna end the session right there.
No!
We have to. Like, that's no more time.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm totally drinking that water next session.
I know, right? Let's all drink it.
I can't even drink things, and I want to drink it. Well, I can, but I don't know if it'll affect me. But
yeah, I'm glad you didn't, because I don't know what would have happened.
Note to self: next session, I'm drinking that shit. Yeah.
You drink it.
So I know we've got some announcements or something to read. What do we got
Trey.
here?
What are we reading, Trey?
What's going on?
Our subscribers.
Oh yeah, no. Let's talk
new subscribers.
Let's talk about Patreon first.
Let's talk about Patreon first.
Tell us, Andrew.
So, you guys like to listen to our podcast? I hope you better.
Yeah, and you know we're hip because we say things like "yo."
Exactly. YOLO, right?
I haven't even made fun of you guys this week.
That's true. We did not belittle or berate anybody.
Still
Any
plenty
of
of
our
time.
followers, anyway. Anyway, so as you guys know, it does cost us out of our own pockets currently to host and set all this stuff up for you guys. If you would like to help support us monetarily, we have ditched the ads and set up a Patreon account. So you can go to patreon.com and just do a search for us, Bards and Nobles. There's no ampersand. It's spelled out. Just give us a look up on that. If you feel like supporting us monetarily, we would greatly appreciate it.
Also, if you check out our iTunes, and
please
check us out on iTunes and leave us a review. That would help immensely.
Yeah, if you listen on iTunes, please rate and leave us reviews because it helps people find the podcast. That would be amazing.
If you have any questions or anything or any comments, go ahead and just either email us or post on any of our social media, Facebook, Instagram,
BardsNobles.com.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yep, all the social medias. And for our podcast, our Podbean followers, actually,
I'd like to thank Lauren Hosey, Ozzy Pim, Jeff M918, and DL Williams.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for subscribing and listening.
Putting up
All
with
of
us.
you.
yeah, seriously.
All right. Until next time.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Die!